Hey guys, so today is a very exciting day because this is the first video where I am showing you guys and announcing to you guys my collab! Finally here, the collab I've been talking about for months. If you follow me on social media, I have announced it. I announced it I think like last weekend, early weekend, something like that. So if you follow me on social media, you've already seen these, but if you don't, you're missing out because I showed you guys these palettes and I showed you guys some swatches on Snapchat, and I've just been featuring them on my social media a lot lately because tomorrow is the first day that they're technically launching. Tuesday is going to launch on Smashbox website to everyone, but tomorrow, Monday, will be the time where my followers can go get it ahead of everyone else. These palettes are going to be available on Smashbox for the first couple weeks, and then I'll start rolling into Sephora and Ulta and Macy's. It's gonna go Sephora, Macy's, Ulta. So Ulta will be the last place where you'll see it in stores, but the first place you'll see it in stores is Sephora, and you'll have it online, and then Macy's, Macy's online, and then at Ulta. So that's gonna be the process of them rolling out. I am so stinking excited, and I'm so, I don't know, it's weird. It's so weird that I have a collab. Like, I watch collab videos, I feel like, all the time because there's always somebody coming out with a collab. I know I've been working on this for a while, but to like actually like tell you guys that this collab is going down is so crazy. It's just like insane, and the support you guys have shown me has been incredible, and honestly I cannot believe I had this opportunity and that I have your support. Like, I'm so blown away. This past week has just been insane. Posting on my Facebooks and my Instagram, and all of the sweet comments and things you guys have said have just been incredible. Thank you guys for your support, because without you I wouldn't even have an opportunity to do a collab. I'm just so excited. Thank you guys so much. But anyways, so tomorrow, like I said, it'll be available on Smashbox. Now, the way that my followers will get it first is I'm going to announce on all of my social media a certain code. So it's like a secret code for my followers if you want to get it ahead of time before everyone else. They are $35 a piece, and they are going to be available in like Canada and stuff like that. I'll have all of that info down below and the different dates that this will launch in stores. So if you want to know if it's coming to you, I will have it down below in the description box. But it is $35 US per palette. You get 3 shades per palette, and there's a gold palette and a pearl palette. So if you want to get your hands on it first, like I said, tomorrow, Monday, it's going to be on Smashbox.com. I will announce a secret code for you guys, and you can snag these up. So excited. I can't believe it. Today I'm going to be demonstrating to you. I don't have any highlight on right now. I'm actually wearing the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation, which I'm doing like a throwback throwdown on that right now. So I didn't put any highlighter on because I wanted to share it with you guys. So on my Instagram post I said if you have textured skin, you're going to love this. If you put any highlight over texture, it is going to show. But what I mean by that is, like, I have some texture on my skin and larger pores, and I can bring a couple of these highlighters all the way down to the top of my cheek, and it doesn't look crazy or intense, anything like that. It just looks really beautiful. So that's what I meant by that. It just looks really great. There is one shade in here that, since I do have texture, I like to keep it more towards the back because there's more of a glitter. The way I wanted these palettes to roll is for you to customize your own highlight. Whatever you're feeling for the day, you have 3 shades to choose from. If you're wanting just something for every day, if you want to glam it up a little bit, and then like something if you're going out clubbing or you just love a sparkly highlight, that is in here for you. This was originally supposed to be just one palette, but as I was going through the colors and everything, I had the hardest time narrowing it down. Like, we were all sitting there in a circle for I don't even know how long, putting different shades together and color combos. Finally, we were just like, well, instead of one, why don't we just do 2? Because it was so hard to narrow it down. So that's how the pearl and the gold came about, because I was like, okay, I love more pearl shades, but I also love the gold and warm kind of copper type of highlights as well to highlight my body with, or if I'm really bronze in the summer, gold highlights are my favorite in the summer. I just kind of wanted the best of both worlds, and just thanks to them for like letting me come out with 2 instead of 1. That was just so nice of them. I really think a lot of you are going to love this and use it to death. So let's just go ahead and get started with these 2 palettes, shall we? So we'll start with the pearl one first, because I am going to put pearl on my face. Don't mind this, Rose was playing with the palette. But this is what the front of it will look like. So at the top you have the shade names. You have Turn It On Pearl, Crank It Up Pearl, and Blow a Fuse Pearl. And it's basically going from like a lighter highlight, less intense, to a really intense Blow a Fuse highlights. So we went for kind of simple names, and then on the back you have my picture, and then I wrote a little paragraph for you guys, and some more information is back here as well. And then it has this little pamphlet. Like it said, this is the pearl one, so you could open it up like this, and you have everything again with a little paragraph in my picture. And then these 3 charts I actually worked on myself, so this is me basically talking to you guys in the pamphlet, just letting you guys know where I like to apply highlighters on different occasions and things like that, like my on the go look, my signature glow, and then like my going out one. So I have a picture on my Instagram, which I'll post it right here. This was the moment that I was doing these face charts and like explaining everything, so I don't know, I just thought you guys might like that. If you're new to makeup, don't really know where to put your highlight, you can refer back to this and it'll help you out a lot if you're interested. So this pamphlet is in here. This is what the front looks like. Very, very simple, but I love it, and it's got dog hair on it. And this is more of like a bubble top right here, which I love. I love this kind of bubble overlay right here. I don't know, it reminds me of something when I was younger, but I can't think of it on the top of my head. And then for the pearl, you open it up. Both palettes do have a mirror. This palette is nice and compact, so you can travel with it really easily, and you do have the mirrors. The mirrors were so important to me, and I know that in their 3-pan palettes, they already have mirrors in most of them, so I was like, definitely want to put that into this palette. This one's the Turn It On Pearl, Crank It Up, and Blow a Fuse. You can kind of see right here that the Blow a Fuse has a lot more glitter and it's a lot sparklier than these two. So this is the one that, like, if you love a full glam intense highlighter, you're gonna love this. I like to use this as a topper on these other two, so I'm gonna put on this one right now. This one, actually I'm gonna mix the two. I love mixing these two because it's hard for me to decide. But I really quickly do want to say that this one has like a story behind it. So if you've been watching me for a while, I used to rave about one of the highlighters from Smashbox and one of their palettes. This was that color, and when we were doing this, I was like, I need that color in this palette. Like, I have to have it. We ended up putting it in here. It's a little bit more of a different formula, nice and creamy. Yeah, there's a little story behind that one if you're interested. That's how one of the shades came about. All you have to do is dip your brush in here. I wouldn't, don't go digging your brush in here because you don't need to do that. It'll already come off a lot once you tap your brush in there. So I just like to go like this, just kind of mix the two together, and then there you have it. You can see how much product is on that brush. Just do that, tap it once, and then I'll apply it to my cheeks. And then if you feel like you have too much on, they're so easy to blend out, so you don't ruin like your whole makeup look just because you went a little intense with your highlight. So that's really nice. That is the pearl right there. And then I'm gonna take the Blow a Fuse, and where I like to apply this one, since I do have more texture and larger pores up here, I like to keep this one more towards the back since there is thicker glitter in it and it's a little bit more chunky. So I like to just dab this right here, and what it does is it just adds that little extra sparkle and really makes that highlight pop. So that's what that looks like. I've been wearing these for months, you guys. If I have not answered your question about like, what highlighter are you wearing? It's because I wasn't able to tell you. Again, I'm going to go back into these two shades, and now I'm going to just apply this. Move my hair. So again, I can kind of bring it down towards here. Then I like to take some of this first one right here, and I like to go down the center of my nose with this. Just like that. And then I also like to take that first one and highlight my brow bone with it, because it is the lightest color. It's just normally what I do. Whenever I apply this highlighter, I normally like to do the same brow bone highlight just because I feel like it all syncs together really well and just looks really beautiful. So just gonna highlight that brow. Intense, intense. So that's what it looks like. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love with these palettes. Like, I keep piling them on, but I just can't help it. So intense and pretty. That is the Pearl palette. I really, really love it. I mean, I love these palettes so much, and I love that you can kind of customize whatever you want to do. So if you want something really intense, you could just use this by itself if that's what you want, or you could use these two as well. And like I said, these two are great for if you have problematic skin but you still want to try to wear highlight. I would definitely try these out and see if they work for you, because I feel like this kind of formula is better for that. You can see, like, normally I have really bad texture in this area, but the highlight's not really accentuating that. It's just kind of making you look glowy and nice. So the gold palette's actually a little bit darker, as you can see. This one's pearl, this one's gold. Has more of the gold tones to it. And I love this one. We have these two smoother shades. These are lighter gold toned shades, and then you have this really intense sparkly shimmery. This one is amazing, as well as this one. This one's one of my favorites right here. It is very intense and gold. I just love it. And then you have that shimmer one. Oh, my nails are bad, I'm sorry. But that's what they look like. Put them on my hand. And there are the swatches right there. I really, really love it. This one is so pretty once you put it on the skin. I like this color right here for if I'm a little less tan than I normally am. I will use this if I want more of a gold toned highlight because it's not too dark, so I could get away with it. This one is really intense, so I use this if I'm about a medium skin tone and I'm nice and self-tanned. And then this one I use anytime because it doesn't have too much of a base underneath. It's more of just that really nice shimmer. So you could get away with using this on a little bit lighter skin as well if you wanted a gold highlight. My face and my body will be doused in this for summer, like no lie. It is going to be intense. Like I said, I'll have all the dates and where they're going to be available down below in the description box. I want to quickly, again, thank you guys so much for all of your support the past couple years. It is just insane to me to be sharing with you a product that I helped put together, and I'm so grateful to Smashbox for letting me do this and trusting me. I hope you love it just as much as I do because I have worn these so much. Really quickly before we go, I'm just going to show you guys the evolution of how we got the palette that I have now. So these two were the first palettes that I got. They're just sample palettes. I mean, there was no design on the front or anything. It was just basic palettes to see what I thought of the shades. So I put these to work. I wanted to see if they were going to work out really well. And this one, is this the gold palette? Yeah, I think this one's the gold palette. But what I used to do with this one is I would dig my brush into all these and put it all over my chest. And then we have the pearl palette. Now, I did change a few things about these palettes because I wasn't impressed with the formula of them. They were a little bit more on the dry side, so we changed up a couple of them. These were the first. Aren't they so cute? After we changed up a couple things on that, we got to these. So these were like the final samples of what the front was gonna look like. The backs didn't have like the shade names or anything like these do. But this was the final sample. These are like the ones that I tried and I was like, that's a go. Let's do it. You guys can see right there where I hit pan on this one. I put these to work, girl, work. I was in love. I was like, yes, this is the formulas that I want. And then you have the ones that we have now that look a lot neater and prettier. But I really do cherish these other palettes, and I'll probably never get rid of them because they are what led to what we have now. So yeah. I'm really in love with these. So I also forgot, like as I was showing you guys those palettes, I forgot to mention both palettes do have the shade names on the back and the palette name, just for reference. I just realized I didn't even say that. So that is it, guys. I hope you're excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. Follow me on my social media to see when everything's available. Monday is for my followers, so if you have the code that I give out to you guys, you'll be able to get it. If you miss out on Monday, Tuesday, it will be available to everyone without a code. And it's going to be on Smashbox's website for the first go around. So I hope you guys are excited. Thank you so much again. Let me know in the comments which one you think you're going to grab. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!